Welcome to today's teaching in the energy bridge and how to use it both for relationship repair as well as for connecting to anything in your life that you have a relationship with, a concept, a dream, a project, a goal, anything that you would like to achieve and connect with and merge with. The energy bridge is a tool you can use for that. And it's very simple. You create an arc from the center of your chest to the thing you want. You send energy to the middle of that using any form of energy work. You could literally use any form on the middle. I do like techniques that are loosely based in yang energy, which means life force energy, which means accumulating life force energy. Modalities included in that bucket would be my own quantum bow healing technique. You could also use Qigong to accumulate energy, and you could use quantum touch to accumulate energy. Any of those would work. Anything where you're feeling your body to draw in life force energy. Now, if you were using interstellar energy, that would also work. I don't know if it would be as quick or as powerful. If you were using yin to be curious about the center of the bridge, I would just say at that point, use the gap technique, which we're not covering that today, but you can look that up in the book, or you can take the yin course with me someday. But today we're going to do the yang version of really charging up and energizing this bridge. And this bridge is super powerful. And I've done this, right? I've done this with relationships. And so we're going to do it. We're going to warm up. We're going to charge ourselves up. You're going to get some basic yang energy work training. I know most of you probably already know how to do some of this already. Just feeling love is bringing in yang energy. And so today, let's try it together. Let's feel our bodies. Let's draw in a ton of life force energy. And then let's work on various different things. A relationship between you and one person, a relationship between you and a group. And then we can do it for remote groups as well, groups that are interacting with each other. And this could be any kind of group, right? This could be you and like your job and the people at your job, you and your boss. And this is the great kind of side door as well to doing remote work, quote unquote, on people that you don't necessarily have permission to work on. So let's say it was your boss, you're part of that relationship. So therefore you have the right to work on that relationship, of course, right? Now your boss might get a little trickle of energy from that. You could add in a little overlay of may this arrive to him at a time that is useful and helpful to him. You could do that if you're extra worried about it. But mostly this bridge can be used for anything. And I felt really called to do this today, especially this time of year when people might be coming up on interacting with their families in a few weeks. So let's give it a shot. For starters, I want you to feel the sensation of just right where you're sitting on your chair right now. Just feel that area. And then slowly move your awareness up your belly, your low back, your solar plexus, your upper back, your chest. And let's breathe in together. Here we go. Inhale, feeling the sensation of your torso. Breathing in with me now. Drawing your awareness up behind you. And then exhaling, feeling your arms. Inhale, feeling your torso. Up behind you. Exhale, feeling your arms. So your hands are facing each other. You're creating a field between your hands. And on the exhale, you want to feel the sensation of your arms. If you're able to hold the awareness, feel the sensation of your entire arm, like the flow down your arms, like the center 2 inches. Feel that all the way down your arms. Let's give that a shot. Go ahead and feel the sensation of your body. Now behind your back. Now feel your arms, palms facing each other. That's a nice field right there. Go ahead and feel the sensation of your body again. Up behind you. Down your arms. If you can, feel like a sensation of a river down your entire arm all at once. Now when I say up behind you, we're going to spend a little more time up there. So think of this space behind your back, maybe 1.5 feet back. I want you to imagine that your awareness is moving from your upper back, behind you, 6 inches back, 1 foot back, 1.5 feet back. And I want you to time that with the stretch sensation in your lungs, where your lungs are getting so full from the inhale that you feel a slight stretch. So let's try it. Take a big deep breath. Blow it out. Inhale, feeling your torso, holding a slight smile. Down your arms. Wonderful. Now let's work on our first energy bridge. So pick someone in your life that you would like to improve your relationship with. This could be your spouse, your partner, one of your children, one of your parents. Go ahead and inhale. Feel the sensation of your body. Exhale, feel your arms. And the arcing bridge between your chest and them, just imagine them either remotely, or if you want, you could imagine a spirit version of them in the room. I usually do the remote one. So the bridge between you and them. Let's do a gentle fire breath. Here we go. Inhale, feeling your body. Down the arms. Fire breathe again. Inhale, feeling your body. Down the arms. Fire breathe again. Inhale, feeling your body. Down the arms. To the bridge. Fire breathe again. Here we go. Inhale, feeling your body. Down the arms to the bridge. Now, as you look at the bridge, see if you can notice any lines, any dark spots, any areas that you're intuitively called to work on. The extra precision is actually helpful. So send that energy to like any little striations. A striation means a thin black line. You can have multiple striations. Go ahead and see if you can fill those in. Fire breathe again. Feel your whole body. Down your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your whole body. Down your arms, right there. Feel that filling in any little droplets. Now, you can also work on one side of the bridge more than another. And it's really useful to actually look at the bridge, because if you look at the bridge, and we've been working on this particular bridge already, so it probably looks a little different. But the first minute that you invoke a bridge between you and someone else, I would invite you to go ahead and look at each end, because sometimes you think that someone has beef with you, right? And for those of you that are not native English speakers, that means you think that someone is miffed at you, is angry at you, or has a problem with you. And then you look at the bridge and you realize that your side has all the darkness and their side is perfectly light. And it's all in your head, right? Or sometimes you look at the bridge and it has a color and it's pink and fluffy and glowing, right? And I did this 2 years ago at Thanksgiving. And I went to my family's house and there were like 15 relatives there, people I'd seen. And, and there was one person I thought was maybe didn't like me very much. And I looked at the bridge and it was beautiful and fluffy and pink. This person loved me and behaved that way the whole Thanksgiving. And I looked around and there was someone else in my family who I thought I was totally fine with. And there was some darkness on their side of the bridge. And I had no idea what that was even about. And what I did was I worked on the bridge between me and every single member of my family over that evening. and was able to get them all really sorted out and everything really wonderful. So you can try that this in the next few weeks if you want to. You can look at it first, see where your own perceptions were maybe on or off, and then also just work on them all anyway. You could work on them in advance if you want. Go ahead and feel your body. Look at which side needs more work and send to one side. There you go, one side. Through your whole body. To one side. If you need one side. Fire breathe again. Through your whole body. And then to one side. Fantastic. Maybe to the other side now. Good job, good job. Good work, good work. Okay, now back to the middle. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So now when you think of that bridge, does it need another droplet? Try it. Last droplet. Now to make it even better, on each inhale, really pull the energy up behind you. Go ahead and try it. Let's really pull back the bow this time. Here we go. Inhale. Down the arms. Feel them. Okay, now let's try a group version. That relationship should be pretty sorted by now, okay? So group version. So if there's a group of people that you'd like to consider as one creature, so to speak, you're going to send energy to the bridge between you and the group. And you don't want to think of it as like 100 little lines, right? You want to think of it as one creature on the other side, or one concept, I should say, not one creature. So if this is like, you could make it be like your coworkers or etc. Now, this isn't necessarily something that you want to use as a shortcut. People always want shortcuts that just take care of everything instantaneously. If you want things to be taken care of really, really fast, reach a state of lasting, enduring presence and watch how everything in your life just lines up over a period of weeks or months. Aside from that, that's the only shortcut I know, which it's hard to get to that shortcut, but once you get to the shortcut, everything starts to line up. But if you're going to do direct energy work on something, let's say you have a group of maybe 50 people, and let's say they're coworkers or they're, I don't know, some group you're part of, and you want to improve your relationship with the group. Here's what I would do. One, yes, think of the group of 50 people and work on the bridge between you and them. If this is something that has a name, like a company name or an organization name, you could actually put the name of that on the other side. On a related note, you can also send energy to the name or even to the logo of the thing. But I would also recommend that if you happen to know that within that group of 50 people, that there are perhaps 4 or 5 with whom you need a better relationship, I would do those individually. There's no magic shortcut where if you do all 50 at once, you can just spend 1/50 as much time and it's the same. It's not the same. It's divided for sure. But here's the good news. It's not divided by 50. So let's say you work on a relationship between you and that. You're going to get twofold things. One, all 50 little individual relationships will get a tiny bit of energy work. Great. Maybe more than 1/50th, however. You get that? So you're still getting a benefit from doing it, but they're not going to get full power times 50. So you work on the 5 relationships in there that are the most important. You also work on the group, and you're also going to end up working on the group dynamic in you. So if you have a group like that, or you can think of one right now. Think of a group. If you can't think of anything obvious, I don't know, just pick something like my neighbors, or I don't know, some group of people you interact with. Here we go. Picture the group on one side. Picture you on the other. You could imagine them out here if you want, or you could imagine an arc going out sideways and you could hold the arc. Here we go. Feel your body. To the bridge between you and the group. We're going to get to the bridge between you and dreams and goals in a minute. To between you and the group. Yep. Draw behind you, you and the group. Now, if you want to double pump and go back and forth, you could do the group and then one person. And then we'll do dreams and goals after this. Feel your body, feel the area behind you. Now the arms. Let's do a fire breath together. Here we go. Feel your body. Down the arms. Fire breathe again. Here we go. Holding a slight smile this time. Feel your body. Now feel as much love as possible as you work. Really invoke that feeling of love. Fire breathe with me again. Here we go. Feel your body. Feel the love sensation at the same time. Fire breathe. Feel your body. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Now pick an individual in the group. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. To the relationship between you and one individual within the group. So the reason I'm holding my hands off to the side is I have the arc going on like this. There you go. There you go. Now pick another individual. And you can sense the characteristic of the different relationships, right? That second one might feel a little different. Maybe it feels worse, better. Fire breathe. To the bridge. There we go. Fire breathe again. Let's pick another individual within the group. And again, each time you want to look at it or imagine the bridge. So I just picked a bridge and it looked like this. There was an arc. It was kind of a yellowish golden arc. It was okay on top, but the bottom, almost as if it was like a sedimentary layer along the bottom of a river, was black. Don't know why. I'm going to send energy there. Doesn't matter why. Inhale. To the bridge. There you go. To the sedimentary layer, if there is one. Pick another one, another member of the group. You can round robin between the people you've individually selected. Do one per breath. Now let's add in time. If there was a specific time in the past where you feel like a particular relationship was being damaged in that moment, let's say you were in an argument with someone, maybe you said something you later regretted. Send energy to the moment of the argument right now. You could pick a new topic or you could pick a member of the group, whatever you want to do. Back through time now to the bridge, back through time, the bridge at that moment. What else could you do? Let's say you're working back through time and you want to make sure that that they just felt good at the time anyway. You could just send energy to the other person or to yourself individually. This is not the bridge. So let's say there's you and this person, and if you got in an argument and said something that you later regretted, you could send energy both to the person while you were saying this mean thing, whatever, and to yourself so that you're feeling more love at the time, right? And this kind of like shields them from what's going on. You could technically shield them as well. You could put a little shield on there at the time. Not as effective as you might think, though. Direct energy work to them is going to work better. And the bridge. There's the bridge. You can almost see it moving through time. If the bridge is getting damaged at that moment, you can watch the darkness start to creep into the bridge, and you could simultaneously send energy back through time to the moment when the darkness is increasing in the bridge, and maybe it will increase less. It will increase less. Hold a slight smile to any bridge that was getting darker at that moment to make it less dark or even get lighter. There we go. Better. Fire breathe. Deep fire breaths up to behind you to the bridge in the past. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Feel your arms. Don't get distracted by thoughts. Just do direct energy work. Back through time. You can pick a different bridge if that one's done. Okay. What about the relationship between you and someone who's departed? Someone on the other side. Wrap up the group. If that one's still open, just wrap it up. Put a bow on it. You can do the logo one more time. Do the logo if you want. And wrap up the group in a bow. Anyone you forgot, you can make a note to work on them later, to work on that connection later, I should say. Okay. I don't know if you noticed it, but when we started working back through time, we started shifting laterally. And there was a nice little lateral shift to a reality where something better was true, where whatever happened in the past wasn't as bad in the first place. Okay, so we've wrapped up the group, we've wrapped up the individuals. What about you and someone who's departed? This could be someone who, a parent, maybe someone who departed a long time ago. And what are you really working on there? Are you working on, their spirit self, another dimension, possibly? But you're also working on your memory relationship with them, right? Yep, you could also, interestingly, you can also work on people who haven't been born yet. Again, this is another dimension, right? Someone who's coming, someone who will be your future child, or who will be maybe a niece or a nephew, or someone who's coming, right? And you could do that as well. So you could also just work on future generations and your relationship with them. Let's say you have kids but don't have grandkids, but you expect that you will have grandkids someday. You could work on your future. You could work to the future, to the energy bridge, and you could even do it through a swath of time if you wanted to be. You could be like, to the relationship between me and my grandchildren for the entire time that we overlap on this planet. And you could go like that. To the future relationship between me and my grandchildren, right? Something like that. So pick something like that from a different realm. Just give it a shot. If you don't want to do it, skip this exercise. Here we go. Feel your body, feel love, feel absolute love. Fire breathe. Fire breathe again. Here's a good one. You guys are a group, right? I'll send energy right now to my relationship with you guys, right? So I'm imagining a big energy beam out like this. And I imagine the group of people who are here today, but also maybe who aren't here today, but have been coming to these webinars for a year or more, or some amount of time. And I look at the group. Now, this one, don't worry. It doesn't have a lot of black lines in it. It's okay, right? But you can always improve it. There you go. Mostly pink to begin with. Let's see if you can feel that. Here, try this for a second. This will be an interesting experiment. Just sit back and relax for a second. Palms up. Now, I'm not sending you energy directly, right? Don't pull, just receive, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to work on the relationship between me, and we'll do two groups. We'll do everyone who's on right now, and then we'll do people who are attending in general, just don't happen to be here this particular Friday. So here I go. Just sit back and relax for a second without pulling, because I want to see if you sense anything. The more sensitive ones that you probably will. Let's see. I'm trying to not send directly. Just to the bridge, Tyler. To the bridge. Fire breathe. Interesting. Don't worry, I'll tell you what I'm sensing. Okay. That's very different than direct energy work if I was to work directly on you all. That was hilarious because there was one person out of 125 people who apparently had beef with me. And I'm like, why are you here? Send me an email if that's you. I'll take it. That's less than 1%. That's fine. We'll go for that. And everyone else was pretty much happy to be here. Well, that's interesting. I'll hit the Q&A button and see if people felt anything when I did that. Overwhelming feeling of love. Fantastic. Somebody wants to know, great question, if they can send energy to relationships between other people. Absolutely. 100%. You absolutely can. Yeah, absolutely. If you have members of your family, etc., who are in an argument or something, and you'd like to send energy to the bridge between the two, absolutely. I would always send to 3 places: the bridge, each end point individually, and then if you see any dark lines, striations, or dark spots, then send energy to that. So that's amazing. Oh, Alon, give me an email after class. Relationship with yourself. Good question. I've never thought of that. Let's develop that process right here, right now. Someone asked a great question. How about the relationship with myself? I've never thought of that. Let's build that energy process right here. That's a super important one. Okay, so how are we going to do it? I'm going to get a sip of coffee for this. It's a really funny coffee mug. You know, if you ever go to an Airbnb, their favorite thing is to have a bunch of kitsch coffee mugs. This one is apparently some bar that's been around for 1,000,000 years. Okay, here we go. Sip of coffee and then new one. Okay, so multiple approaches if you wanted to work on the relationship with yourself, okay? So you got to think, well, you are you, so what is the real relationship? Let's try imagining parts of yourself nearby in order to be able to have a bridge. I mean, you could have a loop. You could make like a big loop between you and yourself and work on the loop. Why not? Or you could picture on the one side, you could picture let's say your real self and your external mask that you put on for the world, and then maybe you can merge the two and drop the mask. Let's try that. We'll do a few different ways. The real self on this side, make this be the real self. Over here be the mask. Bridge right there. Here you go. Inhale to the bridge. Fire breathe. Through your body. To the bridge. You might find it's getting closer or dissipating. Okay, this is an interesting one. So, a subset of people, sometimes a large percentage, have an internal monologue that can be negative, right? Or maybe it's periodically negative. Let's try the bridge between you and your internal monologue. So maybe your internal monologue can get more positive. Okay, let's try that. Inhale through your body. Internal monologue's over here. You're here. To the internal monologue, whatever that is. If it's saying bad things, that's a good one. That feels good. That is good. Now, okay, here's a good one. What a great question. So, how about you and the ego mind? So what's the ego mind? That's the thinking mind. So you are not the thinker, you are you. You're the one that takes action in life. You're the one that loves people. You're the one that does energy work. and you're the one that thinks. You aren't the thinking, but the thinking takes on a life of its own. It's called the ego mind. So let's imagine the ego mind here on one side and you, the real you, right here. Okay, here we go. Ego mind, you. Okay, try some direct energy work on the ego mind. Don't worry, this does not make the ego mind stronger. People are always worried about that kind of thing. This will make it happier and more loving. So wherever the ego mind is, I want you to pick a spot in your auric field. It doesn't have to be here because you'll find it. Pick a spot in your auric field. It could be here. It could be here. It could be anywhere, right? Wherever it might be. Inhale. Direct energy work to the ego mind. Feel love for the ego mind. You could make the energy pink. There you go. Fire breathe. Big, powerful fire breath. Here we go. All together now. Feel your body. Draw it behind you like a stretch in your lungs to the ego mind. Make the energy gold now, like liquid gold. Fire breathe. Inhale, feel the stretch to the ego mind. And then tell the ego mind, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Now send energy to the ego mind back through time, all the way to the moment you were born. It wasn't there yet when you were born, but to the moment it was created, maybe around 2 or 3. From that timeline to the present moment, ego mind in your own body now, outside your body. Sweeping through 5 years at a time, 3 to 8, 8 to 13, 13 to 18, 18 to 23, 23 to 28, now I know none of you are older than 28, but 28 to 33, 33 to 38, 38 to 43. If this is getting older than your age, just send it to the future. 43 to 48. This is the ego mind through that whole time. 48 to 53. 53 to 58. 58 to 63. Do you still have an ego mind by 63? I'm hoping not. 58 to 63. 63 to 68. 68 to 73. 73 to 78. 78 to 83. 83 to 88. 88 to 93. 93 to 98. 98 to 103. 103 to 108. Now we'll just go 108 to 120. And on. If you live to 140, it goes to there. Or beyond. I mean, I'm open to medical advances and energy work. So it's more powerful leading up to your current life because you have kind of a concept of what the ego mind was doing. Now back to the bridge. You just did energy work on the whole timeline of the ego mind. It's happier now, so it's easier to work with bridge-wise. So now you and the ego mind. it feels like the ego mind's more on your side. Maybe it already was. It's even more on your side now. Okay. So people wrote during the meet of the group that they felt tingling, they felt love, they felt expansive, flowing, blissful. I'm glad you guys felt it. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's some really advanced terminology. Reticular activating system and subconscious programming. Sure. Let's try it. Between you and any subconscious programming, then we'll move on to dreams. Between you and any subconscious programming, maybe whether it served you or not, the relationship. That feels like loops, multiple loops. Okay, interesting. Okay. Oh, that was kind of good. You guys like that? I like that. I don't know. Feel free to email me if you have any ideas. We're not going to do this bridge again like immediately, but I'll probably do the bridge again in a couple months, maybe, or in a month. And so if it's a different way to work on the bridge to yourself that you can come up with, I'm open to incorporating creative ideas. That was a good suggestion. Okay. Okay, so let's do you and a dream or something you believe in or amazingly. Yeah. So, okay, think of something that you want. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Here's how this works. Okay, so we've done this bridge thing, I don't know, maybe 8 times over the years, and maybe more, but really heavily, probably 4 or 5 sessions that were just devoted to the energy bridge. And if there is a dream you have that you maybe haven't achieved yet, you can build a bridge, you can pave the bridge, you can send energy paving to the bridge, and then you can walk across the bridge to the other side and arrive at the end point, and you just step off the bridge and you're there. We did this visualization. I did this visualization with you guys. This was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and there was something that was like this concept. I decided this is one of my dreams. I want to achieve this. And I was putting a significant amount of energy towards achieving this thing, right? And I did the bridge with you guys. We all did the bridge. We did the bridge, which we're going to do right now. We made guardrails. We made it gold. We paved it. We made the whole thing charge us up every step we took. We're about to do that. And I walked across the bridge, and I stepped off, and I was in this kind of space, and it was empty. There was nothing there. And I realized in that moment, I was spending a significant amount of energy moving a part of my life in a direction that had nothing for me. And I was like, oh, really good insight. And I decreased the energy I was putting in that direction by 90% because it was all wasted. Why didn't I decrease it 100%? Well, because I'm human and some part of me was still attached to like that concept, but I would remind myself, there's nothing there for you. So I would just do the emotion processes that I do in my yin classes. I would do that. And at this point, it's down to like maybe 4 or 5% of energy instead of the amount I was previously sending. So you may find that if you do this next process with me, that you get to the other side of the bridge and you're like, huh, not what I expected. If you get to the other side of the bridge and you're like, this is amazing, that's good insight that this is worth pursuing. So this can tell you in 5 minutes if it's even worth pursuing this dream, because you'll get kind of an intuitive insight of what it's like to actually have it. You ever have that happen where like you think you want something and then once you get it, you're like, actually, I don't want this, right? It's interesting that way. Let's give it a shot. Okay. So now that doesn't mean that you'll necessarily get that empty one, but I just wanted to give you that preview because it's a possibility. Because a lot of times we think we want something, and then sometimes we're like, you know what? I actually already had everything I needed. I didn't need anything else. I didn't need this other thing. I was good the way I was. So here we go. Charge yourself up for a second. Gentle fire breath for yourself, for your body, to your own self. One more fire breath. To yourself. And now to the bridge. So here you go. Imagine that you're floating in outer space and that off in the distance is a glowing sphere that contains one or more of your dreams, especially the ones that can coexist with each other. Over there, you have an idea of what this is in your mind. You can even put a couple pictures in there. The pictures will change when you arrive and you're experiencing it. But right now, picture it. Whatever that is, take a second and seed those dreams. Drop in a couple droplets of vision. Picture it. There it is. There's you and your dream. Fantastic. Okay. Now, you've got the dream there. You're floating in outer space. Picture the kind of bridge you could walk on right at your feet, about 5 feet wide. Give it little guardrails, little tiny decorative guardrails along the side. Imagine it from a slightly angled side view, but big enough to walk on. Start to send energy to the bridge, charging the whole thing up. And the other end point is the end point that has your dreams in it. Send energy to your starting point right here. Inhale, feel your body stretch on the inhale. Now send energy to the middle. Now send energy to the far end point. Now send energy to the close end point. So you're sending energy to the bridge between you and your dreams, and it looks just like a bridge you could walk on, an arcing bridge that rises up in the middle and then it's downhill the second half. And now imagine little flagstones on it, little squares or octagons right in front of your feet. You're floating in outer space, and right in front of your feet is this energy bridge. Start sending to the flagstones one at a time. They're gold, and as you send them energy, they turn platinum. Start turning them platinum. Your hands are facing down now. We don't normally push energy in a direction, but this time you're going to do that. You're pushing down. The mist coming out of your hands is arriving and landing on the bridge. You're charging the bridge up. You're holding a smile. Any emotions that come to you, let them go through you. They come through you and out the back. You're charging up the flagstones. There you go. To the flagstones, to the flagstones, to the flagstones. Up to the middle. And now start the flow going, and each flagstone seeds the next flagstone with more energy. You're sending to each next flagstone, and they're moving. It's kind of like a flow, like moving across the bridge, charging up each flagstone. Let's do a fire breath. We're going to get all the way to the other side of the bridge. We want this amount of energy on this. Fire breathe with me now. Really do it. Fire breathe. Here we go. Deeper. Now feel your body and inhale. Now feel your arms and send to the middle of the bridge. See the flagstones, the little squares or octagons lighting up. You're to the middle. It's flowing across like water, and now it's going down the other side of the bridge, arcing over the other side of the bridge, down the other side. Down the other side, down the other side. It's seeding and lighting up every single flagstone on the way down, all the way to the other side. All the way to the other side, all the way to the other side, all the way to the other side, all the way to the other side. There you go. All the way down, right to the very end. There you go. Right to the very end. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's work on the end point on the other side. The end point on the other side. Do a fire breath to yourself before you start this. Really charge yourself up. Why would I have us do that? Any ideas? Because just like with a client, you don't want to send your core chi to the bridge, to the dream. You want to keep yourself charged up the whole time. This is something I really harp on in all my level 1 courses, is keeping yourself charged up. You're the pillar. You're the energetic leader in any session. That includes a session from you to your energy bridge. Okay, now to the other end point, right to the very last few flagstones. The last few paving stones, right to the other end. Okay, you're almost there. Okay, we're going to do something super advanced. This is from my 4-day yin immersion, which I'll be teaching another one in a few weeks. Place your mental awareness between the last 6 inches of the other side of the bridge and your dream. And notice anything that comes to you. Just place your awareness there. You're not sending anything. And allow that sensation to ripple through you. This is the key. Place your awareness in the last 6 inches between the end of the bridge and your dream. And just notice that space. Notice that as you continue noticing it and noticing your reaction to it, that the 6 inches narrows to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice any resistance. 0. It's connected. You can feel the connection. Send some energy almost like caulk or glue energy connecting the end of the bridge to the dream, to the vision. There you go. All right, now we're going to walk across the bridge. It's connected. You're on your side. Start to walk across the bridge. Walk up the flagstones. And as you walk, keep sending energy in front of you. You can feel the flagstones, the paving stones begin to nourish you through the bottoms of your feet palms as you walk. Every step you're being nourished. You have these little friendly little guardrails along the sides. They're smiling at you. You're walking up the bridge. You're sending energy to the bridge as you walk. You're walking up. You can close your eyes if you want for this part. You're walking up. You're walking up. You walk up to the top of the bridge. And then you begin to walk down the other side of the bridge. And it's easier now. It's just floating. You're almost like floating over the bridge. You feel this tremendous sense of joy welling up inside you. As you feel happier and happier, you start to hold a giant smile. You're feeling that smile emanate through every single cell of your body. You're floating down. It's almost like you're skiing down, snowboarding down. You're going to the other side. You reach the other side. You're skating down. You're gliding down, flying down. You reach the other side of the bridge, and there's the bridge. Send energy right there. And now there's a doorway. Send energy to the doorway, the portal between you and that dream. There you go. You're still sending energy to it. Right to the portal, to the doorway. And it begins to iris open. And you can see in there one burst of energy to yourself. and then step through the doorway. Stand there in the new space. You're surrounded by your life when this is happening. You're there. And then feel the experience of it. Let it ripple through you. The experience of being there right now, in the space with your dreams. Yeah. Feel that space. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Let it settle in. Now they're there, standing there in your dream space like this, and send energy all around you, energizing the space now that you're there. Your hands are angling in different directions. You want to feel your body on each inhale. If there's any aspect within the dream that feels incomplete, notice the bridge between you and that aspect and work on that now. We're going to sort out the last 10%. Okay. Great job. And now, just take that dream, the whole image of it. Take 2 fingers, put the image and the energy of it here. You're creating a portal to it permanently. Take that portal and just float it inside your chest. Just drop it in you. You feel it integrate all the way down to your root chakra, right to your root chakra. Send energy now to any last drops of resistance to this dream becoming reality. You're not going to make the resistance stronger. You're going to make it more full of love so it resolves. 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. Great job. How'd you guys like that? Picture the earth floating between your hands. Go ahead and feel your body. Your arms. Fire breathe. Your whole body, to the whole planet, to every single human being on earth. Feel so much love for the planet, for this beautiful planet, to all human beings. I'm looking outside my window right now at the most beautiful nature scene. To every single human being right now. Picture them all walking along the earth, along the surface. Do a fire breath with me. For your body, to every single human being. For physical health, mental health, for mental well-being, and for emotional well-being. And let's send some energy to community. To community. Fire breath. Inhale, down your arms. Fire breathe. Feel your whole body. Down your arms. To community. And now to every single animal on earth. Everyone's dog or cat, everybody's pets. To your pets. And now to wild animals. To wild animals. To all of them. Now let's start with nature today, and then we'll do the oceans last. To all the grasses. To the rocks. To the trees. To the aspen trees, the poplar trees. The aspen trees with their beautiful white bark and their little heart-shaped leaves that are silver on one side and green on the other. Remember to feel your body on the inhale. Down your arms, feel your whole arms. To all the trees, the pine trees, the oak groves, the huge redwood trees in California, the 1,000-foot tall redwood trees and the smaller ones. To the soft red bark on the redwood trees, to all the grasses and mosses, to all the steppes, the arid landscapes, now to all the crops, the beautiful crop fields throughout the whole world, every kind of crop, every kind of orchard, and down through every kind of tree, the jungles, the Amazon rainforest, the rainforest in northeastern Australia by the Great Barrier Reef, all the rainforests in Kauai, in the Hawaiian Islands, in all the different island nations, the rainforests in Fiji, the rainforests, all the island nations to Martinique, to all the beautiful, wonderful, glorious rainforests worldwide. And now to every climate, to the desert climates, the snowy climates, the sunny climates, all the trees, all the grasses, the landscapes, every kind of landscapes, the desert landscapes, and now through every single continent, from the southern tip of Africa, all the way up through the Central Africa, to all the way to North Africa, all the way over to the Middle East, the entire Middle East, all the way up through India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, the country of Georgia, to the country of Georgia. Yes, that's a country. It's also a state in the United States. It's also a country. To Georgia, through Russia, through China, through all of Asia, Northeast Asia, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, to all the island nations there, to Siam, to the Philippines, all the way through every single island nation there, to Japan, to North and South Korea, to Vietnam, to all those countries, to Singapore. Fire breathe. To Australia, to New Zealand, to Southern America, South America, from the southern tip all the way through Brazil, all the way through French Guyana, English Guyana. Do you know there's a country in South America they speak English? Guyana. or Guyana, straight up all the way to Central America, all the way through North America, Mexico, the United States, Canada. Every single country on the planet is included. Every continent's included. Sending energy to every single one. Now down into the oceans. All the mammals in the oceans, the whales, the humpback whales, the sperm whales, the blue whales, and the seals, and the sea lions, and the sea otters. Little cute sea otters swimming on their backs deep into the oceans. Now the big deep fish, the salmon, the mackerel, the tuna. Feel your body to the tuna. The big tuna. And all the little fish, the multicolored fish near the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. All the beautiful fish, all the glorious, beautiful fish worldwide. The polka dotted fish, the yellow striped fish, and now deep into the sea coral themselves, to the coral, to the deep sea coral, deep, 1,000 feet down coral, 2,000 feet down coral, up to the coral nearer the surface with all the beautiful colors, the pink coral, yellow coral, light green coral, light blue coral. All these colors of coral actually exist. I'm not making this up. It looks like you're painting it in a Disney movie. All the coral. Worldwide. Every drop of coral worldwide. Every single drop of coral worldwide. Now every kind of plant in the water, the kelp, the algae, and then everything in the oceans. And back onto the surface, up the streams, to the waterways, the streams and the lakes. And now everything all at once. And the creatures I forgot, all the birds, the cormorants, the seagulls, the hawks, the swirling hawks in their groups, floating above the landscapes, the eagles, the egrets, the sparrows, the chickadees with their little songs, the blue jays, all the beautiful birds, and all the humans and all the animals and everything all together, one beautiful, wonderful, interconnected life form. Fill your whole body with a bunch of awareness. One last burst of energy down your arms to the planet. And on this next inhale, I want you to invoke your heart field. Feel your body, inhale. Drop down the center line and expand your heart field into a magenta bubble. One more breath, magenta bubble. Hold the planet and wave your heart field back and forth through the planet. There you go. How does that feel? Feel that beautiful planet. Energized. Put an abalone coat along the surface of the planet. And then another big bubble. Big bubble. And then you fill the whole bubble with magenta. There she goes. Spinning. Give the earth a spin, send her along her way with tons of love, spinning around the solar system. Solar system. Spinning around the Milky Way galaxy. And the Milky Way, just a tiny little galaxy in a supercluster of galaxies, orbiting in a supercluster of superclusters of galaxies. In all but infinite universe. And you're connected to the whole thing. There she goes. One drop of life. Gaia. I'll see you guys next week. Feel free to type anything in the Q&A or send me an email. You guys are amazing. I'll sit here for a minute, answer questions if you'd like to go. I'll see you next week. So there was a time change in Europe and I am releasing this immediately on YouTube. So if you missed it, tomorrow you'll get an invite to that replay. It will come exactly 24 hours later. So if you missed the first part of this, you can watch this on YouTube tomorrow. I'm uploading it as soon as this video renders. I'm going to upload it to YouTube immediately, and it'll be available tomorrow.